What's up, crew? Ever feel like the streets turn into a battleground before your morning coffee? Welcome to Protesters versus Cars, where fiery chants, stubborn traffic, and unexpected laughs collide. Today, we're diving deep into a wild urban showdown that's as chaotic as it is hilarious. So buckle up and hit that like button because you're in for one crazy ride. Step back in time to a day when the city came alive with an energy that was raw and unforgettable. I remember the streets humming with tension and passion as every face told a story of defiance and hope. It was a day when a single parked car became the spark for an uprising, when the sound of honks turned into a chorus of rebellion that resonated deep in our hearts. In every moment, from the first light of dawn to the final heartbeat of the night, protesters and drivers clashed not just as adversaries, but as living symbols of resistance and unity. We witnessed moments of explosive anger melt into unexpected laughter, and fierce standoffs give way to quiet, powerful gestures of solidarity. This was more than chaos. It was a vibrant dance of human spirit, a reminder that every act of defiance carries a promise of change. Let's relive that pulse-pounding journey together, where every shout, every beat, and every tear etch the story of a community that refused to be silenced. Picture this: a lone car parked in the heart of the city turns an ordinary commute into a full-blown spectacle. Frustrated protesters swarm the scene, chanting and gesturing wildly, demanding, "Move it, buddy!" That one selfish parking move sparks an impromptu rebellion, reminding us all that a small act can ignite a major upheaval. Now, imagine if every vehicle joined in for a honk-off, each car blaring its horn like a rebellious musician in a noisy orchestra. Even the protesters can't resist adding their own beeps, creating an accidental symphony of defiance. It's as if the streets are speaking up and saying, "We won't be silenced." In a nearby parking lot, the battleground shifts as protesters claim every inch of space. One hapless driver, clearly late for work, attempts to squeeze by, only to be met with a chorus of exasperated shouts, "Not today, buddy!" This clash of urgency and protest turns a mundane parking lot into a stage for urban absurdity. Now, check out this next scene. Luxury cars, parked with intention, form a human, or should we say, machine barricade. Protesters seize the opportunity, rallying around these automotive obstacles to make their point loud and clear. Every driver trying to pass gets caught in a dramatic standoff that's equal parts frustrating and captivating. When one stubborn driver parks out of line, the protesters waste no time turning it into a live spectacle. Water balloons fly and voices rise in unison. "Move it, you selfish driver!" The driver's startled reaction perfectly captures the moment when a small mistake escalates into a citywide frenzy. Out of the blue, the entire street erupts in a horn-off every car's honk, joining together in an uproar. Even the protesters can't help but mimic the beeps, creating a cacophony of sound that feels like a declaration of defiance. In this noisy battle, the message is clear. Sometimes, the loudest language is the one without words. As darkness descends, the energy doesn't die down, it transforms. Protesters launch an impromptu flash protest, where neon lights and vibrant LEDs turn the street into a dazzling display of color and movement. Drivers slow down, mesmerized by the spectacle, and even the authorities pause in awe. It's a reminder that protest can be as visually stunning as it is loud. Ever seen a protest sign go rogue? A massive banner meant to deliver a powerful message ends up hilariously tangled on a car's antenna. Instead of sparking anger, the mishap sends the crowd into fits of laughter. One protester even joked, "That banner looks better on your ride than in your hand." It's moments like these that show the lighter side of urban defiance. Hold on to your seats, this segment ramps up the adrenaline. In a breathtaking moment of precision, police execute a pit maneuver that sends a suspect's car spinning in a cloud of dust. The intensity of the move leaves onlookers in awe and the entire street on edge. It's action-packed chaos at its finest. In the midst of the chaos, a group of citizens takes to their smartphones to document every wild moment as protest videos flood social media. The digital voices merge with the street sounds, creating an online battleground of hashtags and viral clips. Every tweet and post adds fuel to the urban fire and transforms local events into a global conversation. Amid the turmoil, a lone roadster refuses to obey the rules and darts through the chaos. With audacious maneuvers, its every move exudes pure independence as drivers and protesters watch in astonishment. This defiant car becomes the embodiment of urban rebellion and challenges the very notion of control on the unpredictable streets. The gridlocked street transforms into a dance floor where every honk and every step forms a rhythmic clash of determination. Frustrated drivers and resolute protesters move in an unintentional tango as the tension and energy vibrate through the asphalt. The scene unfolds like a carefully choreographed performance that celebrates the spirit of resistance. At a busy crossroad, chaos erupts as cars and protesters converge in a spontaneous collision of wills. Every moment at the intersection is charged with raw emotion, and every action becomes a statement of defiance. The convergence of differing purposes creates a dramatic spectacle that captivates all who witness it, and the scene evolves into an unplanned display of urban courage. In the midst of the turmoil, one driver sits motionless behind his wheel as protesters encircle him with unwavering determination. Their eyes speak volumes of resolve and silent challenge as the standoff deepens the tension. The quiet defiance of the moment resonates with every heart and becomes a powerful testament to unspoken rebellion. Rows of immovable vehicles form a deliberate barrier that halts every attempt to pass as protesters claim the space with fierce resolve. Every inch of the blockade stands as a testament to their determination, and every driver is forced to confront the power of unified defiance. The street becomes an arena of unyielding resistance that challenges the very idea of mobility. A single protester steps forward, and his voice ignites the crowd with fierce passion. His words cut through the noise as he calls for change and justice. Every sentence is filled with raw emotion and unbridled determination. His anger becomes a rallying cry that resonates with all those present, and his impassioned speech transforms frustration into a unified call for transformation. In the heart of a citywide traffic jam, every inch of space becomes a contested battleground. Frustrated drivers clash with determined protesters as each small maneuver turns into a strategic play. The gridlock becomes a test of endurance and willpower. Every move is calculated, and every moment is charged with tension as the struggle for space intensifies with relentless force. After every burst of chaos, there comes a moment of reflective silence as drivers and protesters alike pause to absorb the day's madness. The tension slowly dissipates into a shared sense of awe at the power of collective defiance. Even in the heat of the battle, an unspoken respect emerges for those who dare to challenge the status quo. A surprising twist unfolds when a local community leader steps forward to mediate the clash between protesters and drivers. Their calm voice cuts through the cacophony, urging both sides to listen to each other. This unexpected ally transforms hostility into conversation and proves that unity can emerge from the very heart of conflict. As the day turns to dusk, the persistent struggle on the streets becomes a recurring ritual of protest and response. Each act of defiance inspires another, a relentless cycle of voices and actions that reminds everyone that change is born from continuous resistance and the passion of a united community. The sound of honks and shouts slowly fades into the night, leaving behind echoes of defiance that linger in the empty streets. The energy of the day transforms into a quiet promise of tomorrow. Every shattered rule and every brave stance fuels the hope for a better future where every voice matters. And so we come to the end of our journey through the wild streets where protesters and drivers collided in an epic display of passion and rebellion. Today, we witnessed the raw power of urban defiance, the unexpected alliances, and the unyielding spirit of a community that refuses to be silenced. Thank you for riding along with us. Remember to keep questioning every moment and never lose your spark until next time. Stay bold and keep the fire alive.